Hello, incredible ones. Darnyelle here. And as you can see, I am joined by another beauty. I have the most beautiful clients. I just do. My
How does
clients
that
are better
happen?
than yours, right? So I'm excited to be here today. This time around, I'm with another doctor, but I'm with Dr. Pamela today. And I
Mhm.
will give Dr. Pamela an opportunity in just a moment to share a little bit about herself with you. And her work is amazing. Like, I am surrounded by amazing, high achieving women. And it's just so amazing. I keep saying amazing, but it's amazing that I get to do this work with these amazing women. And I am here because I'm just highlighting my clients and sharing some of the powerful things that they are doing to help shape the planet. So without further ado, I would like to present and introduce Dr. Pamela Eliis. So Dr. Pamela, tell everybody who you are in your own words.
Yes. Hello there, Darnyelle. My name is Dr. Pamela Ellis, and I am the CEO of Compass College Advisory, where we support teens and their parents through the college admissions process so that parents are not overpaying.
That's good stuff. Did you catch that? Like, seriously, if you have teens, you need to know Dr. Pamela. Like, I refer everybody I know who's got kids that are at the point of college to her because she knows how to keep that pocket full while you send your kids to the school that they want to go to. You need to know about that. So,
Yes.
Dr. Pamela, tell everybody a little bit about you and your business and what brought you to me. Like, how did we get connected?
Okay. So I have been in business, Darnyelle, for about 8 years now. And it was in around my fifth or sixth year that I knew that the things that was doing really needed to be done more consistently and systematically. And I found you through a referral, through a friend, and she was raving about the results that she had seen in her business. And so I was like, I want to find out more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I had attended your financial workshop that you had done in DC.
Mm-hmm.
And I got some really great tools from there. And the thing about it is I could use those tools while I was there. And
Mm-hmm.
for a month or two afterwards, I had a lot of good momentum. And, several months after that, I just felt like, I really did need more structure. I needed more accountability in what I was doing because I had a lot of great ideas for things I wanted to get done, but somehow those things weren't getting done as consistently as they should to give me the type of business that would be successful, that I would deem successful, revenue wise.
Yeah. So I know, after we worked together for the first year, like you were having your best year ever in your business. Talk a little bit about what you saw as the change in us working together.
A key change was, having some systems in place. For starters, as embarrassing as it is, I really didn't have a sales process in place.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I was doing speaking engagements. And yes, I was getting a few referrals from families before, but nothing systematic, especially in terms of follow through.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the key things that I was able to get, from your program is not only the importance of follow through, but some systems around how to do that and do it consistently. And that made just a significant, difference in terms of even, following through with, the email campaigns, following through with phone calls, all of those things to know, okay, this is where this is leading to.
Mm-hmm.
And it did make a huge difference. The other thing that I can't say enough about is the accountability and having the support of a group, because especially as an entrepreneur, even though I have a team of people around me, that's, totally different than having a support network of other entrepreneurs and having a mentor and a coach who's guiding me as well throughout, my business cycles. And so that, to me was invaluable. And it really kept me on track with doing the things that I said I was going to do.
Yeah, I think you hit on a lot of really important things. So I just kind of want to dial back on that a little bit. Like, what I heard is the need for systems. And I love your transparency about the fact that as hard as it is to admit, right, you were in business, but you were just kind of flying by the seat of your pants. And now what I feel like I heard you say that you didn't use these exact words is that you have some predictable processes that you can determine how much revenue is going to come in and leverage that information to see when you have to spend more time on marketing or do more follow-up or do some of those things that are going to drive the revenue so that the numbers continue to trend in the direction that you want them to trend.
Right. Exactly. That's certainly the case. Yes.
Yeah. So talk about, what you guys may not know, and we'll only talk specifics if she wants to talk specifics, but Dr. Pamela is a six-figure business. She's on her way to multiple six figures. She's over six figures, but we're going to change that to a 2 or a 3 as that first number. What are some of the differences that having the systems in place and the accountability and the community to support you, how has that enhanced your life? So the part of you outside of your business, how has that grown and changed?
Oh, wow. That's changed just in terms of priorities and also, I would say, being able to also make time for myself without the guilt. Because, I think when we are passionate about what we do, it's easy to get consumed with just working all the time. And this year, for New Year's Eve, I took my kids to Orlando, and we just had an amazing time. And to be able to take that time off and not feel like I needed to be, slaving to my business, to be able to do that was, just a great feeling.
Yeah. I mean, when you realize you don't have to hustle, I think everything changes when you realize you can make great money, but you can also have time for everything that's important. Exactly.
And I feel like even though last year was, my biggest year to date, I actually did more in the way of taking care of myself and relaxing and having time with my kids that I hadn't done in those years prior when I was really struggling and not, seeing the results.
Yeah. And that's the way it works. Like that's the magic of systems and support and leveraging self-care as a business growth strategy is that you find that you can do way more in far less time than when you were just hamster on the wheel. So that is really, really exciting to me. So they're listening and they're probably trying to figure out okay, should I call Darnyelle? What would you say to anybody who, if someone picked up the phone and said, hey, Dr. Pamela, I'm thinking about Darnyelle, what would you share? What would you tell them?
Oh, wow. One thing that comes to mind right away, Darnyelle, is I would share the resources that they would have through the university, Incredible Factor University. I mean, I rely on that and, so much in terms of, just everyday things that come up in terms of I need a proposal for X, or I needed to, just kind of keep track of my finances in a way that I hadn't been, and just being able to know that that's there for me in terms of being able to, have that resource and have all of this knowledge that you have, over the years. I don't have to make, mistakes in my business. It's like learning from, someone else's mistakes and not my own.
Right, absolutely.
And so that has been just incredible. And then I can't say enough for the accountability partner. I have had some really great accountability partners who keep me on track. And there are times when I say, oh yeah, I'm going to send that out, send out my newsletter this week. And it's one thing to say you're going to do that, but it's another when you tell someone else you're going to do that. When I tell my accountability partner, today I want to be accountable for sending out my e-zine, I get that e-zine done.
Right.
And so that just makes such a difference. And I just feel like, if anyone, is thinking about whether or not they should call you, think about, what it would be like if they don't call you, and continuing the same cycle of, things that they're doing that's not working isn't, a good payoff.
No, I agree. Now, I think it's also important that we talk a little bit about the spirituality piece and what happens at our retreats and, that part of the community. So speak a little bit to how that part of you gets fed through being in a business program.
Right. Oh, gosh, that's been amazing as well. And there is so much, such a sense of calmness when we pray as a group. And all of our, meetings that we have start with prayer, and, the retreat starts with prayer. And that just brings about a certain spirit that I really, don't get to practice, in my everyday work that I do. And so being able to really come to incredible factor with my, whole self in terms of that spiritual piece, the physical health piece, the intellectual piece, the financial piece, all those aspects of who I am, is irreplaceable.
Yeah. I mean, I know for me, being able to share that side of me in my work makes all the difference. Like I can't today imagine going back to who I may have been when I first started, when that wasn't at the height, but recognizing now the significance of it and what it does for each of you. Like to see you guys, like you're like really sisters. It's almost like another sorority. Like I know you're in a sorority, I'm in a sorority. Many of them are in sorority. But it's like our own little community. We might need to come up with like a call and maybe a step or something. That might be pushing it, but I just love the sense of community that we get from being together. And it is so much for the business. That's what I feel like I've heard you share over and over. Like your business grows, but your life grows. Like who you are as a woman grows and gets better because of this community. Is there anything just in closing that you'd want to leave with anyone who might watch this video and be trying to consider whether or not they should, take the next step and have a conversation with me or a member of the team?
Oh, wow. There's so much to say, and I will just encapsulate it with saying, if you're thinking about it, don't hesitate. There's a Bruce Lee quote that I'm trying to recall right now, but it's, kind of to paraphrase it, it's, if you think too hard, you won't do it and you miss the opportunity. I mean, that's a little bit more the way he said it very succinctly. But I would just say, to at least, initiate the call and just, taking that step, that leap of faith in a sense, because that's, really what it was for me. And saying that, yes, I am going to make this investment in myself. And that investment has, the return on that investment has been multiples. Yeah. And so I just, can't say enough in terms of the community, the resources and tools that are provided, and just, being able to be in a place where I can be nourished spiritually is something that's one of a kind.
Yeah, I almost forgot to ask you, because we're now in our second year of working together. So why did you renew? Why did you come back?
Oh my goodness. Quite frankly, I can't just be accountable to myself and get it done. It's nice to think that, and I can say, oh, I'll, end up doing this or whatever. But, that's not always easy to do, because so many other things can get in the way. Yeah. And, just having the community as well. I don't have, a community like that anywhere else. In terms of other women entrepreneurs who are also, excelling, who also, want to be nourished in the way that I do. And I just really learned so much, from everyone in our meetings and any of our interactions at retreats. And so that's something that, really feeds my spirit, and it feeds the growth of my business. So that's why I renewed.
Yeah, and you said you can't find it anywhere else. That's because it doesn't exist anywhere else.
Right. Absolutely.
Right? It's the IFU way, baby. So
yes,
you have it, everybody. You heard it from Dr. Pamela. And if as a result, if our conversation and hearing about what's been most impactful for her as a part of Incredible Factor University is stirring up your spirit, and you would like to have a conversation with me or a member of my team, all you need to do is go to darnyelle.com/session, darnyelle.com/session, and that will get the party started. So I want to thank you for your time and your attention. And until I see you next time, be incredible. Take care.